Welcome to the Cosign Series. It's your boy Tony MC, and I'm sitting here with Sebastian Mikael.
You like a creep, mad at myself, I can't eat, cause of that love, we love.
What's going on, bro? How you doing? Good, good. Cool. So thank you for coming through today. You got your latest hit with Wale last night.
Yeah, we actually recently put the video out. We shot the video like a month or 2 months ago.
Okay.
And we just put the video out like 10 days ago.
That's the first single of which album that is coming out right now?
Well, yeah, we're working on an album, my debut album, which is called Speechless. But we're actually going to put out an EP before that.
Oh,
the
okay.
album is like scheduled to come out like top of next year.
Okay.
And then we're going to put out an EP around November.
You're born in Sweden. Your parents are of Swedish and you're Ethiopian descent. So growing up in that, that culture, that family, like what has hip hop done for you, and R&B and that kind of influence? What has that done for your music?
Well, growing up, like I was introduced to a lot of different genres. Like both of my parents listened to, they were big music lovers, so they had a lot of different, selections of music. My dad was like heavy into like Bob Marley and those type of styles of music, like reggae and rock and stuff like that. My mom was listening to a lot of soul R&B music. So they both kind of got stuck to me, but R&B soul definitely like was more intriguing. Like I was really interested in it. So that's how I first got introduced to it. And then obviously it's a little different in Sweden. You don't really, it's not as big like the market, especially in R&B and like urban music and stuff. It's not as big in Sweden.
Artists in Sweden, like the kind of music that they have right there, what influenced you? Who influenced you?
Well, it's a lot of, like I said, I listen to so much different music. Like I listen to, obviously as far as R&B and soul, like Marvin Gaye, Sade, Bob Marley, and everything, like they influenced me a lot. Then it's also a lot of Swedish artists like Wiggly, Little Dragon, other styles of music too that inspired me and influenced me a lot too. And being with Slip and Slide, and they're based in the South, they're based in Miami.
Yeah.
They're known for a lot of big rap artists, Rick Ross and Trina, and Trick Daddy.
Exactly.
They're so being with them, I got introduced to the Southern style hip hop. You know what I mean, like that type of style. So all of that has influenced me, and especially like going to my first single last night. That was like a big part of just creating a single. Like, I chose something that was very soulful, like a throwback feel. Like, it's a sample from an Albie Shore song. Yeah. And I wanted to do something soulful, but at the same time mix it in with something that's current, and also like the drums are like trap drums. You know what I'm saying? So that contrast to me is very interesting. So I choose to put it together and just bring that style. You know what I mean?
Right. Through the label, that's how you got the connection with Wale to get on the track.
Yeah, but basically, he heard the track,
okay,
and like right after we cut the song, and we cut the song in Miami as well.
Okay.
And I was in the studio with 2 producers, Big D and Len. Probably heard Miami. Big shout out to Big D and Len, definitely. They showed me the concept and the sample, and from there we could just kind of build a song. And then like the day after, while they heard the song, and he sent back his version. 7 hours, which was crazy. So, it was dope because we were kind of in the studio like thinking like, man, Wale was sound crazy in this track. Like he has his type of sound. You know what I mean? So the fact that he felt like, oh, this track is dope, I want to be part of it, was amazing.
Being around like the southern influence, have you been able to work with anybody else?
At this point, I've worked with a lot of different producers as far as like artists. I haven't really, because album-wise, like we want to have more features, but we haven't gotten in that deep in that process of like looking for certain features and stuff like that. So Wale's the only feature right now, but like I'm definitely open to collaborate with anybody. Like J. Cole would look to collaborate with him, super good. Like his style is dope too, and I feel like he does something that's very soulful as well, and he does something very interesting with that song.
How do you feel R&B is changing within the game nowadays? You've got people who are rapping on tracks, with mixing in with the R&B, and then you got just like people who are just trying to stick to that, just so strictly that genre, but it's not like blowing up. You know what I mean? Like, there's people like Mikael who's like mixing with everybody. Then then you got like Joaquin. How do you feel that you're gonna fit into that mix?
That's a good question. You know, Miguel definitely is an artist that I think he's opened the door for a lot of new R&B artists. Like just use it, you know what I'm saying? Because he kind of, him and it's other artists too, but you know, he's probably the most known artist to break down those barriers and like boundaries of like, you can only do this if you're an R&B artist, you can only do that if you're whatever, you know, other type of artists.
Right.
You know, it's like, I feel like now in this era you can be more just open-minded and you can experiment more, you can bring in other elements. So that's something that I want to do too, like I'm not necessarily bring in elements that he brings in, but bring in different elements into it.
What do you got planned for EP?
The EP is going to be, it's going to consist of I think 6 songs.
Okay.
And basically then, you know, it's certain songs that didn't make the album, we will feature on there. And they just really cool, very like experimental type of songs, and I'm excited because I feel like they kind of showcases like my sound. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm excited to put that out before the actual album, right? Just so I can show more of my sound, who I am as an artist.
I can't lie when I watch my baby lip gloss pop just came from the spot, hair done to a girl that was 4 shots ago.